Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another episode here on Monteith, Iowa. So today we're April 3. Throw up the HUD for you. April 3, about 11 o'clock here this morning. We got done with beans about 2 hours ago, planting beans. We did run out of seed. So we are... Yeah, we got some seed brought over from the seed dealer, Pioneer, our Pioneer seed dealer. What am I doing right now? Well, I am driving around, closing gates. Seems like we leave our gates open quite a bit when we're in and out of the fields, which is fine, but we've been hearing about some vandalism in the fields lately, so we want to make sure we're closing our gates. So that's what I've been doing this morning after we got done planting. The guys are getting the planter ready for corn. We got seeds delivered. All of our corn seed delivered this morning. Hopefully it's going to be enough. 24 boxes here. 8 by 3 rows there, so a good amount. So yeah, we probably going to start getting some planting done. The Versatile did a wonderful job keeping us ahead with field fitting. That was a really nice demo there. Probably going to be going back tomorrow. Not sure how, or I don't think we have any other ground that we need it for currently. So yeah, it was a good little demo. I knew it wouldn't be around for super long, but we did put some hours onto it, and it was a really nice tractor. Definitely one I would consider purchasing if we want to upgrade size, for sure. There's always the, I mean, obviously we're a case farm here. There's always the thought of upgrading to a quad track, but I don't know, this Versatile was really nice. Probably would throw a different GPS system on it. I wasn't really sure about the Ag Leader GPS system in it. But yeah, maybe we'd consider throwing a similar GPS system that we have with the cases. So yeah, pretty much all that's been going on now is we're getting the planter moved over. We do need to get some seed, some corn seed into the planter now. And fill up the seed tender as well. So it's going to be our jobs. I guess, yeah, we probably won't show you guys that. Probably don't really. We are going to be laying down the nitrogen now with our planter, so we are going to have that tender truck over there rolling as well to the field. So we'll get the seed tender filled up, and then we'll get rolling out to our first field. I'll tell you what, I don't know what we would do without this that new shop and yard. That yard has been just a nice big yard like that, man. That's been really nice. It's been really nice. That field need fitted as well. That might, actually. I need to get the Versatile run again. We have it for one more day. Does it? That really might. Might have to look at that. Oh, we were all done, but maybe not. We're starting right here in this field. Bigger field. really swing it wide getting in here. Had to sort out the tender there. He was getting a little crazy on me. Wasn't really a big fan of what he was doing. So. But we made it in, so... Now while I drive all over like a maniac, I don't know why initially I was trying to go right. We'll get unfolded. Grab this guy, we'll bring him in. Park him on the side of the field, like so, for now. Make sure we are... Deactivate automatic application rate. Just scale. No, that's just scale. Let me bring it right. Oh, what's what did I do? Okay, we're gonna try that for now. Okay, let's see. Pull up the mini thing. Maybe we want to go a little bit less. $30. See what that looks like. Maybe even less. Now I feel like we're not going enough. So let's go 15. What's that do for us? We'll stick with 15. I like it. Seems like a good spot. Not putting too much down. But enough. So yeah, so these fields obviously aren't like full on red, right? Like the fields we just planted nitrogen in, because those fields that we just planted nitrogen in were cornfields, so they are just completely depleted of nitrogen because this corn just sucks up so much nitrogen in fertilizer to grow. But then when you plant beans in it, it kind of helps it to fix the nitrogen levels slightly, you know, so that's kind of what a legume does, right? Yeah, so sure, maybe a lot of you are aware of that, especially if you play Farm Sim. I'm sure you probably are, but hey, might as well for those that don't know that. So then you can also try and implement the realism into your own gameplay. what I'm all about, you know, trying to teach a little bit. I don't know nearly as much as a lot of you guys, but I know a little bit to where I feel like I can, you know, spit some knowledge every now and then, but not a complete stranger to the IRL farming world. This field's got some odd-shaped headlands here up on the north side. Thought was that maybe we could come in here last summer and rip out some of these tree lines, but it may just make the headland a little bit more easier to navigate, you know. So, but we didn't get to it, unfortunately. It's a big job. Big job ripping out tree lines. I know I'm rounding these corners right now, like a, you know. I know. Probably shouldn't be rounding them like that. We'll do it proper up here, how about that? And this, folks, is also why a lot of the time you see your corners, like when you drive by a field, a lot of the time you'll see a corner of a field that just doesn't have any crop in it. This right here is why. Because you try to not overlap here where you plant. So sometimes those corners are rounded like that. And so you also could be planting in someone's lawn if you actually back right up to it, and but also you don't want to overpopulate a certain area with crop, right? So you gotta be careful. You don't want to go straight in there. But we lift it up early, so we're not overlapping the rows, right? Yeah, you try and do that as much as you can. Sometimes there's not really a way around it. And so, another little tidbit there for you. Little piece of info. Learn something new every day, eh? This tractor, she's getting some wear on her though. Probably ought to put a new paint job on her. Fenders are getting worn. Bet. But in farm sim, they don't account for the people like me that are crazy and put loads and loads of hours on their tractors because they plant and farm a whole map just about. Yeah. Crazy guys, I'll tell you what. But it's fun. Good time. This map is awesome. It's gonna be difficult to quit this series. But I think we are gonna stick with just the year, right? So we're just gonna quit, or we're gonna find a new series after this year. I know a lot of you have been enjoying it, but I think there's some really good maps coming out that we can move to that I think you guys will still enjoy for sure. Got Tahitian. Tahitian's pretty good. I haven't been able to get into it though. I've spent a lot of time building farms on it. But I just can't find the right, I don't know. Maybe it's just because in the back of my mind I'm like, oh, we have Monteith. Like, I don't want to start a new one, so it's like I can't really like get get into it, you know. That could be why. But there's also Stitzer that MRG is allowing me to make gameplay on. Once he gets it to a point where it's good, which I really want to do, because that map's pretty cool. There's Elma that's coming out by the same guy that did Iowa Plains, right? Isn't that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. I went too far here. We're gonna have some overlap. In that map, Alma looks really good. He did a lot of custom buildings and stuff for the town and houses and all that stuff, which is pretty sweet. Very cool. Looking forward to that one. So, but as of today, my first day of not farming. Real life started. Today's Thursday, the 28th, and this Monday, I started chisel plowing. Took over for one of the guys at 4:30 on Monday. Went till 1 a.m. We ran I was running the 9300 while the guy I help was running the 9510. We finished a big field because there was supposed to be rain on Tuesday, but that never happened. Then Tuesday, I helped the guy I help, the farmer. I helped him move equipment around, so got all the trucks out, hooked the ones up, or hooked the semi-trucks up that weren't hooked up to trailers, up to the run into a bush a little bit there to get that, crash into the fence post planter. But that's what happens when I start talking about stuff and playing. Gameplay goes out the window, I'll tell you what. Jeez, old Pete's. Somebody get this guy an adult, I'll tell you. But yeah, we hooked up all the semi-trucks to hopper bottoms, power washed them off, power washed the 4040 that we run. Power washed the 60. What is that one? 6530, the loader tractor, maybe. John Deere. I don't remember the actual number of it. It's a 6. It's one of those 6 series though. That's like an older 630 series, 6030 series. Anyway. Power wash that off, power wash the Gator, power wash the guy's pickup truck. One of the guys that was running the 9300 came back because one of his shoes came off and he couldn't get the bolt out, so he had to use the plasma cutter to cut the bolt out. Then when he was driving away, noticed like a sound near the back end of that four-wheel drive 9300. Guy radioed, or farmer radioed the guy that was driving it and said come back, and ended up taking that one over to a shop for just a guy that works on tractor. That was like an hour drive in that tractor. I drove it. And then picked up the heads, bean heads from one of the satellite farms that he rents. Picked up a hopper bottom trailer from the secondary bin site that he rents. So yeah, it was kind of a busy day Tuesday, just moving equipment around and cleaning up stuff and doing some maintenance on some stuff and whatnot. But yeah, then we were back chisel plowing. So just running since the 9300's down. We've been running the 9510 like non-stop pretty much, because we're chisel plowing wheat ground right now. The guy I farm for chisel plows every acre of his ground that he can, besides the ground that he plants in wheat. He direct drills winter wheat into bean ground. I think he had like 600 acres of it last year of wheat or something. So. But it's not sounding like he's going to be able to get very much wheat in this year because we're still not going. We're like 3 weeks. By the time we're probably going on harvest, it's going to be like 3 weeks later than last year. So that's a lot of time. It is what it is, you know. Only so much you can control, and the weather's not one of them, so. But anywho, now that I've rambled on about nonsense that you guys probably don't even care about, we'll keep going, keeping the hammer down, like we say, and we'll catch you here shortly. So we got rain coming for a few hours here around 5 o'clock, fortunately, but we should be able to get quite a bit done. Definitely should be able to finish this field. Sure, not another one. We're going up and down now. We got topped off right there, right when we finished our headlands. So nearly full tank right now. What do we? So this is a little map of what the nitrogen looking like right now, laying it down pretty light, so we can come back sprayer and spray a little bit, if not twice. We're probably gonna have to spray some of this corn with herbicide as well, since we're planting into direct drilling it essentially, so it's not in farm sim. When you plow, you don't get weeds. So we chisel plowed a lot of our ground, so we're not gonna have to worry about weeds in most of those, which I wish you would still get some weeds, at least like the little ones or something, you know what I mean? But whatever. I'm sure most of you get that you don't have to spray, but I'm just thinking from a realism standpoint. Pretty sure most of the time you're spraying some chemical on pretty much all your ground. So what field are we off to next? Well, good question. I'm thinking that we're going to work our way south, and we're going to plant into field 2, so that's a direct drill field as well as field 4. Field 2 is where we had our oats last year, and field 4 is a soybean field. So going to be doing some direct drilling there, direct drilling 3 as well, and 9. I need to get the versatile out, and get that going before the rain starts coming. I kind of forgot that we needed to do that. I was very set on the fact that we were done fitting fields for the year, but I was mistaken. So then we're gonna do 9 after 3 most likely, and then we'll probably finish up with 6, and that will be planting for the year. So it's gonna be good. Probably gonna spread some nitrogen on our alfalfa fields at some point with the box spreader. We are getting some manure now. I did put some manure triggers down for these cows, or these steers that are in the monoslope barns. So we're gonna have some manure that we're gonna have to spread at some point, but I'm thinking that we're probably gonna be spreading it down here on the hay field when we get to that point to have enough. Which we're gonna have to figure out where we can get a manure spreader from. No manure spreader, but there is an Echo tractor for sale. That would be kind of nice, huh? No need for it, but it'd be kind of nice to pick it up. You're still watching, about 23 minutes into the video, hit that like button, hit subscribe, helps the channel out a ton. Very, very nice of you to do that for me. Thank you to the YouTube channel members, you guys are awesome. Very much appreciate you all. The 10 of you, you guys are the best. Thank you, thank you. Can't say it enough. Can't. Currently we're at over 5,000 subs, which is amazing. I just posted a little thank you update post, kind of mentioning some of the stuff with how the channel's probably going to take a little bit of a backseat this fall for a month or so. Videos probably won't be coming out nearly as much, just because I still am a chef. It's my job. I own my own catering business, so it's always something I'm working on, mostly on the weekends. That's when most events are, so I'm working on the weekends. Farming now, like I said, and just trying to be a good dad and a husband, you know, so just gotta spend time with the family as well, so something's gotta give, and unfortunately that's gonna be the YouTube channel most of the time, but we're gonna still be pushing out videos as much as I can. Port Farms is probably going to take a little bit of a back seat. Probably going to be mainly focusing on Monteith. Trying to get this series progressed and wrapped up at some point. Not really an end in sight for Court yet. So that's going to be kind of just one that continues to run, I think. We have to shut some rows off here. We got row shut off, so we don't have to. We're not planting into these overpopulating here. High-tech stuff, you know. You're on these new case planters. But yeah, it's going good. Going good. Planting's going well. We're not using much fertilizer at all. Maybe the tender truck is a little overkill. I don't know. What do you think? I think maybe. But I mean, we're gonna have to use it eventually. We will run out eventually. It's just not gonna be refilling as often as I, thought. Which again, you really don't refill that much when you're planting anyway, because you really don't lay down that much nitrogen first off anyway. And just a little bit to kind of get it going, and then kind of do more throughout the summer. So, what we're trying to simulate. But we got to get the versatile going, fitting that field that we forgot about. And then we'll probably catch you guys once we're nearly finished with this field. We're now working on getting the tender filled back up. Probably just go one more box here. That should fill it up. Stacking these outside currently because it kind of takes up a lot of room. When we have them in the back of the shop like they were, we weren't able to back the planter in fully. I did see that there's an update coming to these boxes by Legacy. I think. Pretty sure I saw it. I don't think I'm crazy. But I think he's adding different seed types. Well, okay. Different visual logos, I guess, I think is what it is. So I'd guess there's like Pioneer and DeKalb and that kind of stuff and whatever, you know. And then I think he's also adding a lid, which is sweet. Which I think he'll probably have to change the fill plane a bit if he wants to add a lid, but that's still pretty cool. IMO. It'll be nice. Little role play fits right into the style here on the channel. So I'm all about it. All about that. Kind of want to add another drive here. That'd be kind of nice. Also need to lay some gravel down right here, out front of the cold storage. A little too much grass going on. Need to bring the lawnmower down at some point, probably after planting season, and just put some gravel down. Dig it up a little bit and lay some fresh gravel down, make it look nice. We're not driving through overgrown grass all the time. There's the planter looking all pretty. Once we fill it up, we went a few more passes. And then I was like, I probably should go and get some more seed, so that we did. Oh boy, what just happened there? Wouldn't have been good. Probably will have to top up one more time to finish this field. Definitely planting at a much higher population with corn than you do with soybeans, apparently. So I actually don't know if that's true for real life or not, but apparently in game, like that. So away we go once again. Not too much longer. Definitely over halfway left on this field. Probably should have planted this field east and west. Kind of the same situation as that. Is our biggest field over to the east of us. East of the farm. Or we went east and west because these north-south passes are so long. Probably should have went east-west. Especially with this being corn. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to make these north-south passes without doing a whole bunch of screwing around, cutting in, and all that stuff. So make it a little bit harder on the grain cart driver too. Oh, yeah, that's too bad. Didn't even think about it. Nice though, you can just throw on the GPS for a while and not have to worry about it. Mess around on your phone, something, you know. We popped across the road now. We're on the south side now, and we're getting this, we're getting planted into this old oat stubble here, I suppose you can call it. I guess we did run over it with the Kinsey disc with the quad track. Plan is to get this planted and that field just behind us there that covered with lime planted as well. We should be able to do it before the rain comes, but we'll probably, even if we do have extra time, we'll probably shut it down because I don't want to like half plant a field and then we start getting rained on, because it sounds like the rain's going to be pretty heavy and we're going to be shut down the rest of the day anyway after we get done, or after it rains. So I will probably just try and get what we want to get done here, these 3 fields, and we'll call her a day. So I think that's going to be it for this episode, folks. I know planting isn't always the most exciting thing, but a little bit different. I guess this is what, the 3rd planting episode? Also looks like either the roller is done or oh, they both finished. Okay. So the versatile and the roller both finished their jobs as well. Good timing. So good, we've gotten everything in before the end, or before the rains come, so that's good stuff. Now to just finish planting. So yeah, this is going to be it for the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the YouTube channel members. Thank you for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing. And catch you guys in the next video.